Sometimes I want to cover my motorcycle. The problem with this kind of soft cover is when rain falls on it, it makes puddles here, it creates a puddle here, and this material is not entirely waterproof. It does leak some water through, and then it's on the tank, and it makes the seat wet. I don't like it. I want to hold this cover up with something to add the little distance between the cover and the seat, so the seat is not soggy and miserable when I sit on it. And I really want to keep the top of the tank here dry, so the water doesn't accumulate where the key slot is or doesn't freeze over it. I definitely want to keep the instrument panel dry, but that's not a problem because the tarp is far enough away from it, or this cover. So I want to do something about it that would hold it up. So I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to build a garage, so I started experimenting with pieces of wood. So let's see how this one is going to look. I just tuck it on there. It's just a random piece of wood. Let's see. Now one at the far corner here, so it sticks up a little bit. It could be a little longer, but it's better because it kind of holds the tarp away here. I also want something here, so I grabbed a longer piece of wood. So if I add this one somewhere here, rest it on the handlebar there, underneath, something like that, and this would hold the tarp up. Maybe on flat, maybe on edge, I don't know. Let's see how it looks if I just remove this tarp. This wood is going to be softer than the metal, or softer than the plastic here, so it's not going to scratch it. Soft wood. I don't know. Maybe this way. If I put a screw in it, then these two are not gonna. It's gonna break right away. I can put a wood dowel in here. Drill a hole through both of them here as is in position and see what happens. You put a dowel in it and then it comes apart and you can put it back together. And then this one holds the tarp up here so it doesn't get a puddle here or on the fuel tank. I think I'm gonna turn it on edge and maybe join it somewhere there and see what happens. Or what the heck, I can just go super easy and put one screw in here, have a little overlap here and see how it looks like. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. Just one screw. That'll hold these two pieces of wood together, and it's just two items to grab, the cover and the wood when I set this one up. Let's try that and see what happens. Alright, I successfully installed one piece of screw there, and let's see how this works. That one goes there, this one goes between the exhaust and the turn signal here. Turn signal is flexibly mounted, so not a lot of problems there. And come and take a look. It's only contacting the body at one point, and like I said, this is soft wood, so it's against the high side of the motorcycle, so hopefully it won't be there. And back and forth, it also has limited room, so it can move in the wind a bit, but also the tarp is going to hold it down. Let's see how this one works when we cover it. And then I'll provide some rain and see how it does. Well, looks good so far. We've got a nice top edge here from which hopefully the water will roll down and it doesn't puddle. I guess it still kind of could, but we'll just see what happens with a little bit of water on it. Well, this is nothing like a 4-day deluge, but will do for testing. We'll see what we did. So let's see what's underneath. Well, let's take a look. I can see that the wood did get wet. It's dry there. There's some water there. The tank got wet on this side, on the low side. So is the seat, and so did the rear seat here. Well, I think it's still somewhat of an improvement, but like I said, it's not a garage, but we'll go with this one, see how it works.